We're at a book signing event at Gifts to Go at the Barnaby Street Shoppes in the Belmar Plaza here in Surprise, Arizona, to interview two fascinating time travel novelists. Anivarya Kumar, a student at Kyrene Altadena Middle School in Ahwatukee, Arizona, who's written her first book, 2 Lives, 1 Decision, and Ann-Goldfarb, a former teacher and principal from upstate New York who lives in Sun City, West Arizona, who's penned 4 time travel novels. They are Face Out of Time, Ripple Rider, An Anguilla Adventure in Time, The Last Tag, and just released Light Riders and the Morenci Mine Murder. Let's find out a little bit more about these intriguing authors. Anivarya, why time travel and why does that appeal to you as a writer?
Well, I think that all readers and students like me think that time traveling is like a certain power. It's really interesting and fun to read and write about. And
same question, why time travel and why does that appeal to you as a writer?
Well, for me, it's all about curiosity. It's not enough to just read about the past, to look at artifacts from the past, or even visit sites where former cultures have lived. For me, it's about going back and actually experiencing what life was like in another time, in another place. And as an author of time travel novels, I can do exactly that.
Anivarya, if anyone in the world, living, dead, or yet to be born, could read your book, who would you want that to be and why?
Stephanie Meyer. She inspired me to write my book. I really think that she has a nice way of writing, and if she could read my book and give me feedback, that would be amazing for me.
Okay. And given that you've lived in upstate New York and now in Arizona, those settings make perfect sense. But tell me, why does some of your action take place on the island of Anguilla and at the base of Mount Vesuvius?
That's simple, because those are places that I've never ever been to. So as a writer, I like to explore new and different places. It gives me a chance to live vicariously someplace else and provides me the opportunity to learn more about those places, and I hope that I can inspire readers to do the same thing.
Okay. Anivarya, now that you've tasted literary success with a published novel, do you have plans for additional books?
Yes, I do. I think writing is an amazing thing to do.
Okay. Will you keep writing about time travel, or is there something else you want to write about?
I think time travel is a really fantastic thing to keep writing about, so I'll continue writing about that.
Great. Ann, I know you do considerable research for each book, both on the history and the science involved in each story. Why is it important to you that you get it right? Isn't a good story a good story?
Well, a good story is certainly a good story, but time travel is actually the hook into historical fiction. At least it is for me. And there has to be a certain amount of credibility, or readers are going to put the book down immediately. So for me, it really is a matter of getting it right. If I'm looking at scientific principles, I'd better have at least a baseline understanding. In my last book, Light Riders and the Morenci Mine Murder, I spent a great deal of time learning about the laws of refraction, because my characters go through time using a prism. It's important. Otherwise, the book has no credibility.
Okay. Anivarya, your character in 2 Lives, 1 Decision solves a murder mystery. Do you think your future is more likely to involve writing books or forensic science, or what are your plans?
I will certainly continue to write my books. I think writing books is really wonderful. But as a career, I want to be a surgeon.
Okay. And you frequently offer to correspond through email with your readers. Do you think you've encouraged kids to read and write more and be more creative?
Well, I certainly hope so. I enjoy getting emails from readers. Recently, I received an email from a girl in Moscow who had just read The Face Out of Time, and it's interesting to hear about her perspective. As a former teacher, school principal, I'm always trying to encourage students to read and to write.
Anivarya, I understand you have a website now also. Are you looking for email input from your readers as to how they like your stories?
Yeah, I really think that it's important to encourage everyone to keep reading, keep writing. Writing and reading is really important throughout life, and it's a really fun thing to do.
Great. Ladies, I want to thank you both for coming to Gifts to Go in Barnaby Street today. And there you have it. 2 interesting local talents telling all at a book signing at Gifts to Go. If you haven't already read their stories, please be sure to get a copy from Gifts to Go, either in person at the Barnaby Street Shoppes at the Belmar Plaza in Surprise, or on the Gifts to Go website at www.onlinegifts2go.com.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. Thank you both.